What's going on today, guys? Today we'll be going over the roster update, but first, let's let you guys know that the roster update will not be this Friday. It will actually be next Friday, July 15th. They figured that they don't want to do a roster update this week and then only have one set of games and then the All-Star break, and then there wouldn't be a lot of room for another roster update. So the roster update basically having an extra week of games to determine the next roster update. So it will not be this week. So all games this week, and then up to like Wednesday, maybe Thursday next week. All those games will be basically taken into consideration for the next roster update. That's going to give our players a lot more time, a lot more starts if they're pitchers, a lot more closes, maybe the relief pitchers, and just a lot more games in general for all of our hitters and position players. Also, just want to let you guys know that my code at glitchenergy.com is still 25% off. So if you guys are looking for that energy drink, that more healthy version of it, no sugar, less carbs, and it has a kick of energy in it, especially with B12 and B6 vitamins that you need. Go give it a try. They also have starter packs that come with a shaker cup. That way you can try all the different flavors that are most popular on their website. If you're not sure what flavor you want to get, you don't want to commit to an actual whole tub of just one flavor. A whole tub would be 40 servings though, at less than $1 per serving. Plus you get my discount. So that's going to bring it down even cheaper right there. But they have a great starter pack that you guys can get for a cheap, low price. You get 7 of their best flavors plus a shaker cup. Give it a try and use code BLOOD at checkout for 25% off. First guy I want to go over here that's on my list. Now, some of these guys will not be in this video that you guys think should be in this video that might be going diamond. You know, guys that are higher priced already. Those might not see in the video, but I might mention them near the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. There's always rooms to make stubs, even on cards that are overpriced, because there's pre-orders that we can do. We can pre-order a card and get it for a cheaper price than what a quick sale value is on more expensive cards that have a better chance of going diamond. More like our locks to go diamond. Those are the cards that we want to pre-order on. And then cards that might get like a +1 or +2. Those are cards that we more want to invest in, because if they even go up in one overall, we're probably getting a 200 to 300 stub profit on it. And if it goes diamond, then we make a huge profit. So guys that are guaranteed diamonds are probably already high in price right now. Those are the guys you want to pre-order. Guys that are lower, like 81s, 80 overalls, that might get like a +2 or +3 boost. Those guys are most likely more investable right now. Those are the guys that we're going to be looking at today. So the first guy on this list is Luis Severino. I've been on this guy for a long time. He hasn't had the greatest last 2 starts, but they also have not been really bad if you take a look at like the attributes that they go by. Hits per 9, Ks per 9, walks per 9, home runs per 9. When we go ahead and take and count his last 2 starts would have been both losses. He's pitched 12 innings. He's allowed 8 hits in those 12 innings, which is not by any means terrible. It's not the best either. 5 earned runs, which is not the greatest, but there's not really a stat that goes by earned runs. Okay, 1 home run. It's not the best, not the greatest, but not terrible. 1 home run in 12 innings, not terrible at all. 4 walks in 12 innings. I would say that's not too bad, not too bad at all. And 11 strikeouts. Now that's his number that we need to see come up, and that's because one of his last starts against Houston. Both of his starts have been against Houston, which kind of deflates his numbers because Houston's been on a huge hot streak. So I expect his next 2 starts, he got to start up against Pittsburgh coming up right now. That one is tomorrow. I can see him getting 10 plus, 11 plus, even maybe 12 strikeouts that game. So I expect that one to be a better performance on him. Houston, he played in Houston, he played at home, but Houston's just a powerhouse. They've been hitting the ball like crazy, as we've all seen. But if you look at Houston's numbers, he pitched 6 innings in both. One, he gave up 3 hits, which is not terrible. 3 hits in 6 innings, not terrible. 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. I wish he would have had like 7 or 8 strikeouts at least that game, but he did not. The other game, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, that home run, and then 7 strikeouts. So I think the 7 strikeouts helped him right there. That's 10.5 Ks per 9 versus 6 Ks per 9. Puts him at an 8.25 Ks per 9. Is that better for like a 68 overall? On his K per 9, maybe. I think that's about probably what it should be. And a 3.0 walks per 9, which I think he needs to boost that as well. But this is a guy that a couple good starts, and he could be on the lookout for a bump on the roster update. If you guys didn't know, he was an 81 overall and he's an 82 overall. They boosted his control, his velocity, and I think his break during like their roster. They do a roster update every week, but normally like in between like the attribute roster updates, like hits per nine, Ks per nine, they'll do another roster update for position changes. So if a relief pitcher becomes a starting pitcher, they'll do that, or like they'll boost people's control, velocity, break, fielding. Sometimes maybe tweak their fielding a little bit. They haven't done a fielding upgrade all year on position players, but that's typically what they'll do in those middle ground roster updates. Position changes, and then maybe velocity, break, control, stuff like that will be adjusted. With hitters, probably like vision and stuff, they might adjust those on the fly sometimes. That's why he went from an 81 to an 82. So if you invested in this guy when he was at 600 stubs, you automatically made stubs when they boosted him to an 82 overall because they boosted his break, his velocity, and his control. Which this is why we have over 300 of him. All 300 we got when he was at 600 quick sell. So we've already made 300 stubs profit on Luis Severino. So if he has a bad outing, we're gonna quick sell him and get that 300 stub profit. And if we quick sell this card, it's actually insane of how many stubs that we can actually get. If we quick sell all of our duplicates, we can get 276,000 stubs for him. Next guy on this list, let's go through the teams to make it easier, will be Andres Jimenez. Now his it's a little bit, we'll see how it is. I've been holding on this card for a while because he's been playing good overall. But in his since the last roster update, he's got 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 1 stolen base. His slugging precision is 476. His ISO is 190. You look at what we need here. We need a boost power versus lefties. I don't see. He hasn't really hit for power. And his averages are about where they should be during this span of the 2 weeks. So I think he needs another good solid week to be looking to get that boost to that 84 overall, 85 overall. Right now, his price is 1,200 stubs, so he's almost quick sell value. So if you pick him up at 1272 and then he gets a boost to an 84, he is then worth 1,500 stubs. You can make a profit there. Or if you just get him and then his hype builds, he has a couple of good games. Maybe he even goes supercharged. You can sell him then. But I still like the investment because he's almost a quick sell value. I don't think he's going to go down, but you never know. STS, they do some crazy things sometimes. They do some crazy things. They have one bad day, one bad game, and then boom, they just start downgrading players. Next guy we're going to talk about, I believe, is from Minnesota Twins, Johan Duran. Now, this guy has been pitching phenomenal. And when I mean phenomenal, I mean 11.81 K per 9 since the last roster update. Only 4 hits allowed. Only pitched 5 innings, though. No earned runs, no home runs, no walks. Let's look at his stats in the game. He deserves a walk per 9 boost because he's now had any walks in 5.1 innings. And it's even his Ks per 9 could get a boost. He's at 11.81 K per 9s, which is absolutely insane. He had one bad outing, not even a bad outing, just an outing that he pitched 2 innings and got no strikeouts. If he would have got strikeouts that game, oh my god, he'd be at like probably 10 strikeouts at least, I would say. 9 or 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. Yeah, he pitched 2 innings without a strikeout. That's actually insane for him. But I do expect him to get a boost. No home runs allowed. They don't really boost home runs per 9 too much, and he deserves it. No home runs allowed. No earned runs. 4 hits allowed in 5 innings is not terrible at all for a relief pitcher. And then 7 strikeouts in 5.1 innings with that 11.81 K per 9. I could see him getting a small boost to his K per 9. Maybe even a little boost to a hits per 9. But that big boost needs to come to where that walks per 9, and then I think he goes up to an 83 overall. Right now, he's boosted to an 83 because of parallel progress, but he has no inside edge today, so we can't see like where he would if he got a boost to his hits per 9 or Ks per 9. But definitely a card that I really, really like. His price right now is around 673. He keeps on going down to like 630, 640. But even at 673, he gets a +1. He's 900 stubs. So you can quick sell him for 900 stubs and still make a profit. And if you buy this guy in bulk, you can still make a lot of profit like we have, 200 of Johan Duran. So definitely a guy I like for the next roster update that has been pitching phenomenal. If he gets any more starts, or I mean any more appearances out of the bullpen, keep an eye out. He just got one yesterday on July 4th. That one inning, 2 hits allowed. So that's kind of shaked up his hits right there. So he had 2 hits allowed. His last 2 outings, he gave up hits, but he did have those 2 strikeouts last night as well. So that's always good to see. The next guy on our list is Travis d'Arnaud. Now, and since the last roster update, he is batting 306. He's got 4 doubles, 1 home run, 5 runs, 4 RBIs. For those doubles and home runs, he's definitely shown a little bit of power, a .194 ISO, an exit velocity of 85.8. I wish his exit velo was a little higher because that would show off a little bit more power as well if you got a lot of higher exit velos. But a WRC of 137, pretty good there. And if you look at what he needs a contact versus righty boost. And on the year, we can actually check. I can go to splits and check this. On the year against righties, he's batting 241, but we should be able to. Since the last roster update, he is batting 292 against right-handed pitching. He's also got 3 doubles and 1 home run against right-handed pitching and 3 walks. So I think his power could go up and his contact could go up against right-handed pitching and versus lefties. Just so we know, he's still batting 333 against lefties with 1 double, 2 RBIs. He's only had 12 at bats against lefties, so nothing crazy. He's gonna face righties more often. 24 at bats, 7 hits, 3 singles, 3 doubles, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, 3 walks. Struck out 5 times. Not too bad at all. But that batting 292, and then those power numbers with that 1 home run, even the doubles, definitely showing off that he's hitting a lot more power. I think that deserves a boost right there. Can get him to an 82, 83 overall is what I'm thinking. I think 83 is probably where he can max out right there. But right now he is going for almost quick sell value at 615 stubs. Definitely investment. I don't think he's going to go down. I think he can probably only go up unless he has a terrible week, but he's been on a hot streak lately. So definitely give him a go and give him a shot. Now, next guy on our list is Brandon Drury. Now, this guy has also been on fire lately, batting 289 since the last roster update with 3 home runs, 3 doubles, a triple, 11 hits overall, an ISO of 368. So he is hitting for power for sure. And where he can see a boost is power versus righty, contact versus righty. So we're going to go ahead and go check out his splits real quick. Now he's batting 250 against righties. So maybe his contact does not see much movement right there. But he does have 2 home runs, a triple, a double, 8 RBIs, and 2 walks against those righties. So I think you can definitely see a power boost versus righties, and that's in 24 at bats versus lefties. He's had 9 at bats with a home run, an RBI, 4 strikeouts, and a couple singles. Batting 333 against lefties. I don't see that moving at all. Overall, though, I really do think he deserves a boost in his power versus righties, and I can see a +5, +6, +7. Maybe he gets up to that 83 overall, 82 minimum. But at his price right now, there's a lot of hype around him. If you bought him now, you're paying 1,200 stubs. I might even try to sell some of these off. But if you can get him for 700, I got him for around 650, I believe. If you can get him around 650, 700, I definitely go for that. Maybe even put in some pre-orders for him if he does go up. A guy that has a lot of hype around him with a 1229 buy now on him. You can see a lot of people are buying this guy. And I mean, you could flip this card for almost 400 stub profit right now. Might not be a bad idea to just go into the market and try to flip some of these cards and see what you can make doing that, because that's a huge margin in a gold right there. And I would sell him at 1,200 stubs all day because that's an 83 overall quick sell. Obviously, they tax that 1,200, so you're only gonna get around 1,100 and something. But still, even at 1,100, that's a good profit, and I'm gonna take that all day long when I got him around 600 stubs. And the last guy we're gonna look at is David Bednar. Now, this one's a little rocky because his last few outings have not been that great. He He did get a save in his very last outing, which is nice. He got a save. He pitched 1 inning, got 1 walk, 1 strikeout. But the 2 outings before that, he couldn't even get through an inning. He allowed 3 runs in 1 outing. He allowed 2 runs in the other outing, and it just has not been good at all. And he got 0 strikeouts in one of those outings, 1 strike in one of those outings. But I still think he's a great reliever. That he has a potential to be a diamond reliever for Pittsburgh. He's the best guy they got. It's just unfortunate that he had a couple bad outings because that's probably going to hurt him when it comes to the next roster update. So if you have this guy, if you've invested in this guy, and you got him at around quick sell value at 1,500, maybe start selling some of him at 2,000 stubs. If you, because there's a chance that SDS says, you know what, he had 2 bad outings, we're gonna bump him down to an 83 now. And if you look at his stats, he gets a lot of hits per nine and Ks per nine, and that's where he's been struggling lately. He's given up 6 hits in 3 innings. He's only struck out 4 batters in those 3 innings, which is not the greatest. But like I said, keep an eye on him. We got another week for the next roster update. There is a chance that he goes out there, pitches an inning, gets 3 strikeouts, no walks, pitches another inning, gets 3 strikeouts, no walks, and that could completely turn around his value. And if you get him at 1,600 stubs, that'll boost the hype on him. He'll start his price to start going to 2,600, and that's where I would sell the card. If he gets that high, I would just drop him immediately because I still don't think SDS is probably not going to upgrade him. But I'm still invested in him. I still like him long term as a diamond pick. I think he will be a diamond eventually this year. I just don't think it's going to happen this roster update unless he has 2 incredible outings coming up to that next roster update. Now, that's the last guy that I'm invested in personally, but that is not the last guy that I think has a chance to go diamond. There's a few guys that we're just going to mention here quickly. I'm not going to go over their stats, but Ryan Helsley has been absolutely insane this year. One guy that I think can go diamond in the next roster update. Will Smith is another guy that I think can possibly go diamond in the next roster update. Clay Holmes, another guy that can go diamond, as well as Michael King. I think he can get a solid upgrade, get that boost to an 84 overall. He's another one got a +1 boost because they boosted his control, his velocity, and stuff in the last upgrades. So he was an 82, and then midweek they kind of boosted him to an 83. Also, Alejandro Kirk, I think he could even get another boost to like an 81, 82. If you see his inside edge right now, +10 to power versus right and a +10 to contact versus right, gives him a +2 boost. I can see his power numbers actually going up. He's been ranking that ball. Emmanuel Clase out of the Cleveland Guardians, been pitching phenomenal. I can see him getting a +2, +1 at least. I can see his buy now and sell now prices are a lot higher, meaning that I'm not the only one who thinks that. Robbie Ray is another one that I think can get a boost. So keep an eye out for him. I don't know if he goes diamond, but I definitely think he's due for another boost. Adolis Garcia has been hitting the ball like crazy, expecting him possibly on a diamond watch. He probably doesn't even need much. +3 contact versus right and power versus right, and he goes diamond. But really, if he starts hitting lefties for contact, this guy easily a diamond. He's got the fielding for it. That 36 contact versus lefty is all he needs to get a boost on. Max Fried is another guy that I think can get a good boost. Keep an eye out for him. Sandy Alcantara has been due for a boost. I think he should still be diamond. He's already diamond price. Just give him the diamond already. Maybe putting some pre-orders in on him. And Zach Wheeler is my last one on this video. I think his last outing was actually pretty good, if I remember correctly. If I'm not, let me know down in the comments down below. But those are my guys that I think have the best chance to go diamond this year. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for new, turn those post notifications on. I am live on twitch.tv/American Blood about 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes more if there's a lot of content going out. Otherwise, we're posting videos and TikToks. All those links are down in the description down below. So be sure to check them out. Follow. It is completely free. And I'll see you guys in the next video.